First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, here's Newton. Dancing to his left. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up first and 10 at the 16. Newton now to throw. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Brady and the Pats take over first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Sugar! Check. 59. Touchdown.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. That'll bring up second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Line 20. Reload! Check 59, Mike. Hey, Mike 7. Hey, that's good. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Goes 50.
From the gun on third down, Brady. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for New England. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Wait, 53! 72!
Throwing on second and long. Brady to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Tackles. Regular. 59. Mike's 59. Hey, let's get that ball, Neil.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Hey, 66.
Now Brady. There's a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now Newton on 1st down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. On 1st down, Newton. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again. Newton. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
To throw is Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
Check Mike, check Mike.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Get ready.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And goal at the Patriots 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. After the run, Newton going to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. He's got it. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Patriots take over. We got this at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Play action. Now it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep over them. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they will run it with Michel. And he gets it into the end zone with no time left in the second quarter as they take the lead. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it, and it pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own? Or maybe the analytics coach got involved. And a lot of times you talk about that all week before the game. Hey, if we're in certain situations, analytics actually says do it this way, which might be against the norm. And it paid off for them in a really nice way.
Cashing in and there on the final play of the first half. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, box truck. Second reload.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Here we go.
So that'll back him up 5. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7.
Bravo. Check, 59. Yeah. You don't want none. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike, we hit.
From the gun, it's Brady. Looking deep for Demarius. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about it. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Brady. He'll find Harry on the right side. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, New England.
Hey, set. Round 80. Round 80. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Mario Addison picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Slant route caught by Edelman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Wait, set. 53. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Hey, check it. Hey, one set. Check right 54. Right 54. Let's put him on the bus.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's White. 4 yards on the pickup. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. It's a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
A very important extra point there. Up and good. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, it's Brady. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Hey, Sue!
On play action, now Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Benjamin Watson. 58 yards. And the Patriots have moved out in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set. Ready. 52's the mic. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Whip. Watch the whip.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You got nothing. Rip. 59. Alert. Check. 59. Here it comes. Hey, Alpha. Kill. Check. Hey, 66. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm coming for you.
And the blitz does come. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. You got a hand in there to break that one up. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Here's Newton. Being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots are close to finishing off this football game. Brady going to look to throw. Going for it all. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried a deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Brady to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Golden. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I'll tell you what, it has not been with a whole lot of frequency over the last couple of decades or so that teams have come into New England and escaped with a victory, but that's what happened here.
It almost doesn't feel real, does it?
We've seen it so few times.
That actually happened, right? We saw it. They came out of there with a win. And on the other side, in that locker room, you know what they're saying? We didn't really...
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Arizona Cardinals. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80. Go 50.
58 to Mike, 58.
58.
On first down, Brady. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
58, boy, 58, 58, it's Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Check it, reload. Hey, Haywood.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. That was the corner, Robert Alford, with a sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the forward defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, right? The opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
They pick up 12 on the play and the chains move.
Number 53, Mike 53.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Steps away to his left. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, 30 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ozzy! Ozzy! Hey, Delta!
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
58, right over there, right over there.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. He rifles one that's intercepted. And it's a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
First down and 10.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
3 bucks.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin with Michelle on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Shadow.
From the 29, Brady. And incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Shadow.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Hey, Charlie.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Got his man, that's Harry. A big play there for New England. 47 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
58 to Mike. Go 58 to Mike. You ain't going nowhere.
Hey.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Big loss here as he's taken down. Robert Kimdichie able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
58, boy, 58. 58 to Mike.
Hey, wahoo.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Come on, baby.
Now Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, check it. Check it, reload.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Partner, if we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times. Don't throw late down the middle.
And he did. We see the end result.
Yeah, what you have to do is you've got to make sure you manipulate those defenders with your eyes and your head, maybe even some body movement to move them a little if you're going to come back late down the middle.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's second down. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Murray now on first down. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, and that'll bring up second down. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 10 yards out. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Brady now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Hassan Reddick charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. And he's going to go down again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Alert! 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Hey, high 7.
Get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Check it.
From the gun, it's Brady. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's fourth down.
On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. This will be fielded at the 17. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, just one. Hey, pick your game up. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Ready? 58. 52. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Now on second and 16. Murray, he'll buy some time right. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Murray with a third and long. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second and very short, Murray. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Throwing is Murray on third down. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First down, Arizona.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Three down.
Johnson running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, Johnson. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Cliff Kingsbury, part of that new breed of head coaches, and his guys are going to go for it. Throw left side, complete to Isabella, and he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 46.
72.
Shotgun now for Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Now a pass here, caught by Edelman. Evades him at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Terrell Suggs able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hey, Foxtrot.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Switch up. 58's to Mike. 58's to Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady to the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
I'm coming. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Blue Dan.
Alert!
58's Mike. Double dog.
Bravo!
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
25, check 25. 58's to Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
No, 66.
Go 58's the Mike. Let's go.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. It's a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Patriots get a score closer. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They go to Johnson again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Murray. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Let's get it together.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, 44 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Wait, that flag 20. Yeah, Mike. Yeah. Hey, 166.
Brady now on 1st down. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Brady, 10 of 16, throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 43.
Goal 50. Hey, Alpha.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Sugar. Go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Check it, reload.
43 is the mic.
Hey, Echo.
Check, 43. I got you, boy. 43 is the mic. Ricky.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
The end result, 21 yards.
21 more yards. That's another Patriots 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you.
Now Brady again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, second.
Brady going to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And a big turn.